Hello, my name is Franklin Rice, and I'm running for Sheriff of Carteret County. I'm going to take a few moments to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up right here in Carteret County, spent my entire life here. My parents, they live in Carteret County and have for over 50 years. My grandparents were raised here in Carteret County, my great-grandparents as well. I've had the honor and was blessed to raise my children here and watch them grow up in this county. And now I'm having the honor of watching my grandchild grow up in Carteret County. Along with growing up here in Carteret County, I also spent my career here in Carteret County. Over 2 decades of law enforcement, serving and protecting the community I was raised in, which I feel blessed to have done. I love this area. I actually call it Pleasantville to most people, because going out through the rest of North Carolina and training and stuff, I've spoke to people about the issues they have, and we're blessed to live in this area. I've worked in patrol. I was a patrol officer. I've been a canine officer. I've been a school resource officer, community officer, and investigator as a detective. Where I've handled different major crimes and anything, misdemeanors and felonies. All those jobs carried me on, but my main focus was on the community and the school resource officer job. I enjoyed engaging with, the citizens of Carteret County, watching children grow and mentor, and I was also in leadership roles, and most of those categories I held the rank as I was a sergeant over patrol. I've been a sergeant over investigations. I've been a community sergeant. I've been a sergeant over school resource officers. School resource officers was one of my, big focuses. I did that a lot of my career, and where I was able to mentor and, help role model children and watch them grow from young age and watch them now they're adults. I'm watching, seeing them with their kids, and it's an honor and privilege having them come up to me and say, "Hey, Officer Rice, you remember me? Thanks for being there," stuff like that. So it's a great feeling to have. I was a DARE instructor. I started in 2005 teaching DARE, and I've taught DARE throughout the county. At one point when I was with the sheriff's office, I've taught from, Smyrna, Atlantic, all the way to White Oak Elementary School, and all parts in between. And working with the kids, it was a blessing. All those kids are old now and growing up, because I'm older, but it's been an honor doing those things. That's the main part. And like I said, that's why running for sheriff is really important to me, because those kids now are raising their families here, and they're the ones going to basic law enforcement training and becoming deputies, and we want to keep them in our county and watch them grow and keep them safe. I am a general instructor for BLET, Basic Law Enforcement Training, at the Carteret Community College, where I've done that for several years and teach multiple classes. Any juvenile law, stuff like that, and several different other classes, which is awesome because I get to watch kids grow. I get to watch them through their career, and see how important it is to start from day one of their career, and learning integrity and ethics, and learning how to treat people, and learning how important being an active listener are and being engaged with the community. Like I said, is one of my pillars is community, is the big one, and being engaged with the community is huge. So, and that comes from my background and who I am. As far as my credentials to being the sheriff, I hold several different leadership certificates. I've been through the Leadership Institute at the North Carolina Justice Academy. I hold a leadership certificate through the North Carolina Justice Academy, which is over 400 hours of leadership training. I have been and took a year-long class, class 31 actually, of the management development program, which is a year-long class, where you go through management from leaders from all across North Carolina. Like I said, I've taught the juvenile law section of basic law enforcement training, and I've been part of the North Carolina Juvenile Officers Association for many, many years. I've held offices on the board and actually held the office of president of the North Carolina Association for a few years. I've been on the North Carolina Homicide Officers Investigation Association for several years. I've been through several different crisis and hostage classes through the Justice Academy and through the FBI. And I was part of the SRT team a couple years ago. Besides the leadership programs I've been through throughout my career, I do hold a advanced law enforcement certificate. I hold what's called a CICP, which is a criminal investigation certificate. I hold a community policing certificate, a school resource officer certificate, and the leadership certificate that I talked about earlier. All those classes are through the Justice Academy and all contain over 400 hours, class hours, to get those certificates. Having all these credentials are good, and the leadership, I think they're key in being the sheriff and having that role. It's been said that the sheriff's role is an administrative role, but being the administrator of a large department like that, a large office, it's good to know what your people are doing and what they're supposed to be doing and have some kind of knowledge of it. And I'm blessed to be able to bring it back. I want to use that training I have to bring it back to Carteret County and keep it here and use that, and maybe, help other deputies and stuff go through these same trainings that I've been honored and privileged to go through, so they can build their career and get that knowledge and tools like what I've said before. I feel a sheriff should work alongside the community, not apart from them. You should be able to engage with them, be present with the community, be able to listen and understand. And being part of the community my whole life will make it easier for me to understand what it means to be from Carteret County, because I'm from here. Thank you for listening. God bless you.